we do is we like to really pay homage to the alternates. And so before each category, we will tell you who the alternate is, and we want a big round of applause for that person. We're hoping that they're here to appreciate it.
Yay.
Okay. So the very first category today is called Sweet Memories. And the alternate, I happen to know, is here. James Brintar, former winner, by the way. Morning song, afternoon song, evening song. Thank you, James. And you know what? The winner for this one, Donna's going to introduce him. But I thought we had a no Kenny rule.
Yeah, wasn't there a no Kenny rule?
I seem to be under a misunderstanding.
Pay $10, man, I'm in.
The winner in this Sweet Memories category is Kenny Cornell with a song called Stories by the Fire. And Kelly says he almost didn't enter because some songwriter guy from Missouri told him there was no showcase this year, but he entered anyhow because you know how those songwriter guys from Missouri can be. And he found $10 and he's really happy this song won and he hopes you like him. Put your hands together.
Kenny Cornell!
Thank you a lot. I'm so happy this song won. I've entered it 3 or 4 times, and I always said if I get that, if it wins, I'd love to do it on stage 3. This is my favorite stage. You can't beat this one. And I'd like to sit down. I never do that, but anyhow, this is it. This kind of a thing it goes on not as often as it used to. And this is called Stories by the Fire. Well, there was always a stack of split firewood back in the corner of our old country store, back by the pot-bellied stove with all those ashes on the floor. A circle of old wooden chairs, that's where they'd all meet after winter chores and tell all their stories by the fire. And as a boy, I used to sit and listen for hours to my favorite Uncle John and the man with the world's biggest beard, our neighbor a mile over, old Gary Don, and weren't no telling he might show up. But they'd all go on and tell all their stories by the fire. Yeah, they tell the wildest stories that a boy could ever hear. They get a little louder if they drank a little beer. Never crossing my mind someday they all might disappear. All those stories by the fire. And I remember 100 about all those fishing trips and who always got the most. And Billy's whopper about that big old catfish hit out there on the post. Said that's how he lost his finger. Shoot it plumb off, he would boast. Oh, a lot of lies going around that fire. And when deer season came along, well, man, you'd hear a lot. Like how old Cooney dropped his 8 points with at least a half-mile shot. Well, everybody knew Cooney couldn't even see that far. We guess Cooney just forgot. All about laughter by the fire. It'd tell the wildest stories that a boy could ever hear. They get a little louder if they drank a little beer. Never crossing my mind someday they all might disappear. All those stories by the fire. They like to joke about how Joe Ed almost lost his ear back behind the Hilltop Bar. His wife got him drunk back there one night with Mary Dale in Mary Dale's car, and she carved out the biggest old chunk. Left a hell of a scar. Oh, and they'd snicker around that fire. But when they talked about the Twisters 68, well, things got a little tense. Because they'd carried off Gibby's entire barn, both tractors, and every inch of fence, and they guess Gibby went along for the ride, because no one seen him since, and it'd get a little quiet by that fire. Well, a couple of those chairs, they sometimes just sit empty now. Because Uncle John and Billy are in the ground they used to plow. But I believe they'll live on forever, and all their stories too somehow. changing of the guard by that fire. Yeah, they tell the wildest stories that a boy could ever hear. They get a little louder if they drank a little beer. But never crossing my mind someday they all might disappear. Me and them stories by the fire. The me and them stories by the fire.
Kenny Cornell, congratulations. Here's your bronze medallion. Solid gold. You see, there's a reason why